Volume 4, Chapter 1, Patience. Why did the Jews ask to see God in the story of Moses and the Exodus? I'm not very versed in the Bible. I do not read it too often, but it sounds like a very weird request. When Moses himself asked to see God, God told him that he will not see him, but he should observe the mountain. The mountain, then, did not stand still when God removed a tiny bit of his holy veil in front of the mountain. The mountain itself crumbled, and Moses was shocked and blacked out. After waking up, he repented to God. I'm assuming that Moses told the Jews this incident when he came back to them. Or was he too angry? It is said that during Moses' meeting with God, which he spent 40 days fasting for, God told him that his people have erred and they were deluded by the Samaritan. It is as if the Jews would not even stay true to the faith of Moses if he left this world. The Jews saw a group of people worshipping idols and wanted to have an idol that they could worship. It is as if humans could not live a single day without worship. But then again, idolatry was the most prevalent form of worship at that time. But God's religion is the true religion, where you worship an unseen God, but you believe that He exists and He rules over all. When they left Egypt, some people left for fear of prosecution by the Pharaoh, but only a select few followed Moses because they believed in him and his faith, and they believed that he was sent by the one God. They asked to see God, but God made them to die on the spot for asking such a thing. Then he brought them back to life. We all want to see God, all humans do, but he cannot be seen. I sometimes even wonder if Adam was able to see God after he was created. I think that not being able to see God, yet knowing that He is God and that He is Allah, which means the only God, is monotheism. Submission to this Creator is knowing that He caused the Pharaoh to be assigned a leader on this group of people. English is a language that requests specifics, which is why it is very easy not to believe when English, a language devised by humans, is used to explain faith. I wonder if the same that happened with Babylon, where people forgot their native language, would happen with English, that people would forget English and everything about the English language one day. For me, I know that Arabic was the language that existed without any human intervention or manipulation. Maybe when people forget English and all other languages, Arabic will be the only language spoken in the world. I'm an Arab, and I'm struggling with English as I'm studying religion. It is quite irritating when you have to wrestle with the many concepts that we established, like the teleological argument, the cosmological argument, the ontological, and other arguments trying to prove the existence of God, whose existence is a necessity for our existence itself. Everyone and everything believes in a higher power, a reason for their existence, a reason why the world is the way it is, and why everything works mysteriously and miraculously the way it does. The world is not a product of our own minds, but instead, our minds perceive the world the same way. We all believe in life and death, and that our lives are finite. Therefore, there is a necessary, infinite being who gives life and takes life when we have fulfilled our purpose in life. Light travels a specific distance, but it does not get consumed by darkness. Instead, we identify darkness as the absence of light. In a similar manner, death is the absence of life. Therefore, we are all provided with a specific amount of life, where, if it runs out, we cease to live. The giver of life is God. The giver of life is Allah. He had given us the same amount of time to live in this world, and we chose to spend it, either in obedience or defiance. I have lately lost interest in writing. I used to write journals and diary entries, but then I had an urge to remove them. I tried recovering the file with the software, but it didn't work. I had written a lot, but it took a toll on me. No one knows what's going to happen to them in the future. I wanted to do multiple things in life, but the obscurity of what I would do with my studies made it hard, I suppose. I'm honestly not sure if I would be adding anything to the field or if I even want to contribute. Some people use religion for their own benefits. It seems as though we have politicized religious matters and made it into a weapon rather than a means for living. And I had to wonder, was religion even given to us by God to be politicized or to be used in gaining power over one another? Sometimes I even wonder about whether I actually do want to write. I feel like writing makes changes in our lives, no matter how small. It might be a reason why people were recommended to write journal entries, but what if those journal entries are not really about daily things that happen with us in life? What if they are nothing more than thoughts? Do these also count as journals? Religion was used in secular societies. People started fighting each other because of their beliefs and the things they held dear, which is why people thought that separating religion from state affairs was the best course of action. But what happens when state affairs are run entirely based on impulses of humans that are not governed by religious inclinations or objectives? Since the dawn of time, religion was given to humans to allow them to coexist, even with animals that are living on this planet. Personally, I don't believe that there are any other life forms on other planets, and aliens are just a myth that was made up by humans to persuade later generations to leave this planet. We were assigned a task by our Creator to take care of life on this planet, were we not? Then why would we even leave? Some people are afraid that a major catastrophe is going to wipe out human existence of the world if it hit Earth. We have seen many movies already speaking about space travel and exploring possible habitats outside of Earth, and other movies about apocalyptic events that left humans incapable of living together as we do now. Humans are intelligent, but why are we always suspecting the worst? Even if a major event wiped out the dinosaurs, why do we think that one would do the same to humans? NASA predicts a comet will hit Earth. A movie called Don't Look Up speaks about that, but I couldn't stand to watch it. I do not like the determinism and how the media took the news very lightly. I'm not saying that I believe that will happen, only God knows, but we keep predicting the worst rather than the best for ourselves. One of my colleagues, I do not remember her name, made a video saying that our planet is dying and that resulted in a decrease in the number of devout people. How? If our planet is dying because of global warming and carbon emissions, why do I even hesitate to write that I smoke? I try to belittle this habit by saying it's only vaping, or it's not really smoking, or I'm quitting soon. And I do not think that it is as impactful on global warming as a factory, for example, or a nuclear power plant. How devoted should one be to realize that what they are doing is not as harmful as what states and economies are doing? Additionally, if the planet is dying, does that suggest that we leave the planet to fend for itself while we harvest all of its resources, including water, to find another planet to settle on? If we really were fighting to stay alive, or if the earth was really dying, then should we keep paying for things? The rich get richer while the poor stay poor? If we leave Earth, will our lust for money evaporate along the way, or will people who are left behind continue their struggle to stay alive? I wish we would open our eyes to those around us and ease their struggle rather than put too much money in space exploration.